name's Taylor Gonzales. I'm the host of 50 Shades of Tay on YouTube. And I just wanted to start out by saying thank you everyone for coming out on a Tuesday night to support indie horror. That is awesome that you guys are all here.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
But just so everybody knows, we have Nichaela Farrell here, Cara in Gonzales too. Then we have Santer, Tigger.
Oh. Thank you.
Natasha Tosini, who you guys all know from the first Blood and Honey, where she had that iconic death scene, one of the best death scenes in horror recently. The best, sorry, I fucked up. The best. The best. And then we have composer Andy Scott Bell. How great was that score, you guys? So we'll do a little Q&A, and then after I run out of questions, I guess we'll open it to the audience if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask.
Did you say Q&A?
Yeah, I did.
I love it.
Thank you. We just watched Blood and Honey, and now we're going to have some fun and honey. I didn't have to pay anyone. I didn't have to hand out any posters yet to get a laugh. All right. So, Louis.
Hello.
You're in the hot seat. Last time we spoke, well, not last time because I was over there with the margaritas, but the last time we did an interview, we talked about the possibility of you getting a tattoo of Tigger to commemorate the release of this film.
Yes.
The film is out.
Yes.
You're in Hollywood.
I am.
I have a car and a camera. What are the odds of you getting your Tigger tattoo while you're in Hollywood?
I'll do it. Definitely, yeah, I'll do it. Let's forget.
Well, Tigger would be great, but you know, my friend Travis, who's here tonight, he was actually telling me he's thinking about getting a tattoo that glows in the dark. What if you got a translucent glow-in-the-dark Tigger?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Well, for tattooing? Really? Really? Glow-in-the-dark tattooing?
I had no idea.
I've never heard of that before. I'll do it.
I am translucent and glow in the dark, so
Yeah. Let's do it.
That would be great.
Shall I do it, everyone? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, shall I do it? Glow-in-the-dark Tigger tattoo? That's the plan. Are you going to get it as well?
I'm so down. This is my first time ever moderating a Q&A panel, and I have a few 15 tattoos. I think number 16 would be a great one to commemorate this occasion.
Let's do it. Where should we go? I'm here to wait till first, so we'll plan it.
I'll tell you where not to go. There's a place called Zebra Tattoo on Hollywood Boulevard. Don't go there.
Oh, really? I've got some bad tattoos already, so
we're not sponsored by Zebra
bad
Tattoo.
tattoos.
Sponsor of Blood and Honey 3. But Louis, I have another question for you. We were talking about how in Evil Dead Rise, Mommy's with the Maggots now is like an iconic phrase from horror, and I could not stop saying it. You just said,
"Come here, you fluorescent bitch."
When you said that line for the first time, did you know it would get this type of reaction from being in a crowded theater?
No, I didn't think that line would. I thought there's other lines, like the Hello Christopher line, maybe Hello Everyone, those sort of little quirky lines when I first walk into a room or to see Chris Robin for the first time. I thought that would be the iconic line. And then today, with a live audience and obviously the reaction that line got, now that's my new favourite line. Honestly, thank you for the reaction, it was great. So that's probably now the iconic Tigger line, I would say.
You are going to say that at horror conventions for the rest of your life.
No, I know, that's it now, yeah. Sorry, Robert England as well, I know the similarity there. Being Freddy Krueger.
Nichaela, what is it like to see yourself on the big screen in a sold-out theater in Hollywood? Cool.
Thank you. It's quite hilarious. I always find it funny watching that scene and my head being blown off. I always find it like ridiculous. But yeah, it's kind of like a wow, what the hell moment, and incredible to see, but also just like crazy. I just don't believe it, to be honest.
That is nuts. Sorry, we have to share. But did it hurt?
It was definitely an awkward position to be in, but I found it fun. I was laughing after. I was like, thanks guys, and all the time like just skipping away.
Well, I know you're here. Did you have a favorite memory on set?
Oh, I actually really enjoyed filming the rave scene because it was literally like a rave. Like we played rave music and we all just vibed out to it, which was so much fun. And then also we got to be sprayed with blood as well, so that was also really fun. Yeah.
I love it. That sounds like a dream come true. Natasha.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. Little surprise for you, I have hot sauce. No, I don't.
Oh my god!
I don't
Okay,
Natasha has a YouTube channel where she just did a hot sauce challenge where Lewis thought he may or may not have
I thought it
caused
was
a cardiac arrest.
My body was shutting down. It's the bomb. I don't know if you heard of it. The bomb, insanity hot sauce. Oh my god, we tried it. Well, me and Steve over there tried it. He's filming us right now, and yeah, honestly, I thought that was the end for Tigger.
Well, I'm glad to see it is not the end for Tigger.
Yeah.
Everyone in this theater actually, we just took our first steps into a bigger Pooniverse. And I challenge you, it's like that old milk ad from like Swiss Milk or some shit like that, where you can't say the brand of their milk without smiling. You can't say Pooniverse without smiling.
Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3, say Pooniverse. 1, 2, 3.
Pooniverse.
And everybody is smiling. Look at that.
Natasha, what is it like? We're a year away now from the first film. How has your life changed from that jacuzzi scene?
Okay, well, it's actually crazy. Like, that was my first ever feature. So obviously I've never done anything like this before. In a year's time. Yeah, it's insane actually. I go to different countries to like meet people and stuff. Everyone's always super nice. I never expected this would be my life now, I guess. I thought it would take a lot longer to get here than it did. So I'm very grateful.
Well, we are also happy to have you here, and it is so amazing to be in this room and see this film on opening night. Very exciting. I am obsessed with the score of the first film. I have it on all the time while I am cleaning, while I am editing. My least favorite thing in the fucking world is editing, but I have your score on, Andrew, and it helps. The score in this film is also incredible, and there's lots of callbacks to the first film. You did me a favor, and you brought what I asked.
Yes, I did.
Do you mind, first of all, explaining what a Tigger tube is, and also giving us a little bit of a demonstration?
I don't mind at all. I'm delighted to.
Imagine you're like nobody.
This is the Tigger tube. If you don't know, a friend of mine who invents new instruments, and I created, he created, and I got to play the beehive violin on the first one. Which was literally a violin inside a beehive. That was a lot of fun. And so I went to him and I said, I'm doing the sequel, can we up the ante? So we played, he created for me a cello built out of a bear skull. He bought coyote toe bones on eBay and put them into a Jameson bottle that I could shake for owls, you know. But one of the things that, he made so many more instruments for me. But one of the things that kind of came organically, just by happenstance, is I was doing some plumbing in our house, and I bought too much tube, so I had all this extra PVC tube, and just about when I was starting to score Pooh 2, I walked down into my basement studio, and it was like kind of leaning against the wall. It was like looking at me, and I thought, I could put a brass mouthpiece in that. I wonder what it would sound like. And it instantly, when I tried it, became the sound for Tigger.
Love it.
Lewis, you love it.
I love it so much, yeah.
Yeah, like to have a sound
To
that's.
have my own sound is incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to follow me into like the gym and stuff like that. It's not walking into a room.
So the Tigger tube, like, a brass instrument is really just a long tube, like a French horn is like circled around and around. But this one, if you can hold this for me. This one, I get to wiggle because it's made of PVC or plastic. So instead of just going, I get to go like this.
Wow. Chill.
That's like Tigger's roar call.
That's my roar call, yeah, I'm Viking call. You're going to battle.
And Taylor, you specifically requested that I bring this today.
Yeah, when I saw you walking down City Walk with the Tigger tube, I was thrilled.
That's
to actually bring it out in public. But last year I got to touch the beehive violin, which was insane. My hands are still sticky from it. And I am blown away every time you tell me about a new instrument you're playing or a new addition to the score that you're working on. And just congratulations to everyone up here on this film. It has been so much fun to see and to be a part of for the past couple months now. It's crazy. I'm in a group chat with all these people. We have way too much fun in there. So I have a question. Anyone who is up here can feel free to answer this, but a big portion of this film takes place at night. since you guys were doing night shoots, did anything spooky, anything creepy, unusual happen while you guys were filming?
There is like that kind of thing of, there's moments where you're on your own out in the dark. Like, for example, in the warehouse, I'll go out and I'll still be in the Tigger Prosthetics. I'll be like, sort of psych myself up, and they'll be filming like the rave goers in that building, and I'll be waiting to go inside. And I'll be like sort of walking around on my own in the dark, sort of, getting in that mindset. And even I'm scared and I'm in the dark, like, because I'm on my own, no one's really caring about me at this point, because they're filming the other people, and I'm there like, trying to get into the mindset. And I might hear like a twig snap, and you're like, oh God, what's that? And then, anyway, so they stick out there, like, still scared that I've been on his own in the dark.
And you, like, your ears were covered, right?
Oh God, yeah, the hearing was so bad, yeah. People keep asking, the sight was absolutely fine, I could see fine, I could smell, I could breathe fine, but the hearing was the only thing that was a problem, because it was like covered and there's like no holes, obviously the ears are up here because it was a tiger. And there was times on the set where I'd be like on my mark or like ready to go, and I'd be like, Lewis, can we get you over here please, just to start the take and stuff, and I'd be like Lewis, please, can we get you over by the take? I'm like, Lewis, oh, I'm so sorry, it's all my fault. And like, I can hear myself as well, so it's so annoying. I'll be talking to people and all I can hear is myself. And I'm like, oh, brilliant, like, I can't really hear the other person. And I was just sat on set, like, chatting to people, and I'm just like staring at their lips, trying to hear what they're saying. And they're thinking, why is he just staring at my lips? But like, I'm like, I can't hear anything.
You know what they should have said to you?
Yeah. What's that?
You know what they should have said
What's
to you?
that?
Get over here, you Forreston bitch.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Nichaela, any memories from anything spooky or unusual that happened?
So that tunnel scene and most like the scene where I actually die was filmed in an actual like World War II bunker. That is now like a memorabilia of World War II bunker. But those tunnels are basically evacuation tunnels that were used in World War II from like Essex all the way to like city central London. So it was like really creepy. Like there were the old like bunker beds and like mannequins wearing the uniforms of like nurses. It was really creepy down there. So yeah, and that was like 3 a.m. we were filming that like in the cold. So there were definitely ghosts in there. There were definitely ghosts on set in those scenes as well. Yeah.
That is crazy. I did not know about that bunker thing. That is nuts. So last question before I open it up to the audience. I like to ask guests on my show this. And I know I've asked a couple of you this, but not everybody. So if you guys could just say what your favorite Halloween costume is that you've ever dressed up as.
I'll start. I instantly thought of one. In college, I waited to the last minute, so I was like staring at my closet and I saw a turtleneck and a suit. And I thought to myself, all I need is a mustache. So I went to the store and I bought a mustache, and I was Ron Burgundy as Halloween. And the best part is, like, I didn't break character, so people would be like, oh my God, man, you're so funny. And they'd be like, what's your name? And I'd be like, I'm Ron Burgundy. And yeah, so that was the most fun, just because Ron Burgundy's kind of a jerk, and that's kind of out of character for me, so I got to play a jerk for the night.
I think mine was me and my friend in drama school. I think the second year drama school, dressed up as Wario and Waluigi, because I'm really tall and skinny, and he's quite short and like wide, so we had the perfect build for it. And we went to this party, and we were like the same. We were in character. Like people go like, "Hey, hello, how's it doing?" And I'd be like, "Wow." I was like that man too. And I'm like, that's it. And I was very drunk as well, so.
That's part of it, yes.
Well, one of my favourites I did was Morticia Adams, but I did it like kind of spooky, so I had like blood tears coming down as well, and like a long black wig. But I think my laziest one was, I had like a straw hat, so I put it on, and a little nosebleed, and I was Lakeith Stanfield's character in Get Out. After you get splashed. Lazy costume, but yeah.
Shit. Can I say that?
I think I cussed like 10 times.
Okay. Probably, I had a while to think while I was talking, but I didn't. Maybe Chucky, maybe.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, it's just me. Chucky, probably.
Wait, did you post that? I saw that. That looked really
Yeah,
good.
I did, yeah.
She's good
Look
at
at that. I'm good at it.
Starfish one. You had the starfish in
Yeah, I
your
did
face
a
last time.
siren last year.
Yes,
I did a
siren. That was
siren,
it. Yeah.
That was actually pretty hot.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
Ron Burgundy was not hot.
It was Waluigi.
Speaking of following everybody up here on Instagram, you should, because they've all been posting such fun behind-the-scene looks, like Lewis getting in his prosthetics. It's been very fun to check out all the behind-the-scenes stuff, especially the Pooh Blood and Honey account. But I guess, yeah, we'll open it up to the audience if anyone has a question for this Q&A. Yes, go ahead, Rickett.
Andy, question for you. You've been on this ride for a while now, across 1 and 2. What was the sort of process difference in how first movie went versus this movie after its startling success with Blood and Honey 1?
I think it has been a wild ride. I like you have never been on such a national scene or stage before. So to be thrust on the national stage with such a controversial movie was, pardon me saying, but a complete mind fuck. I know Reese, the director, has had dozens of death threats. I'm fortunate to have only had 3 death threats, which is not something I thought I'd ever say in my life. I'm glad I've only had 3.
Well, like, calling you like a heretic, or like you ruined my childhood? Why?
No, yeah, like people, like this one, he's probably gonna watch this Q&A live up in the back there, but he said to me, like, I'm going to kill you to save the earth, is what he said. To save the earth.
That's weird. My dad reached out to you like that. That's
That's weird. So it has been challenging. I mean, we made the first movie for around $50,000, which is like 30,000 pounds or something like that. And all of us were incredibly proud of what we made for what it cost. But it just kind of spiraled, out of control. People I mean, obviously it's not normal to send filmmakers death threats, or maybe it is in 2024, I don't know. But it is wild to see that even through all of that, I think we felt like people loved the first movie.
Yeah.
And so much so that it was able, that it allowed Reese and Scott and Jagged Edge Productions and ITN to invest even more into the sequel, and I think, bring on Matt Leslie, who's a fantastic writer, and I think it all comes across on the screen. Both of them were a joy to work on. I don't know if I'm answering your question. I think I'm answering your question, but I just think it goes to show that, like, sometimes it really is the budget, maybe, and then the budget allows you more time to do more takes as an actor. The budget allows you to bring in a writer and not have to write it yourself in 5 days, and really those resources, I think, come across on screen sometimes. So let's make sure they get $1 million next time instead of 400,000. Woo! Did I answer your question?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Sorry.
Do we have another question? Yes, go ahead.
For Lewis, how long did it take you to get into the prosthetics every day? And what was it like seeing yourself in that and your costume for the first time?
Yeah, it was only about 2 hours getting into the prosthetics. It wasn't too bad. And I know obviously some people compare it to like Jim Carrey, which is like 8 hours for the Grinch, which is crazy. Mine was only 2 hours, and it got down to about an hour and a half by the last day on set, because like the couple who were amazing in the prosthetic studio, they were obviously knew what they were doing at this point, and it was like so quick. But I really appreciate those 2 hours. I keep saying to everyone, like it gave me that time to sort of get into that mindset. You get on set, and I'm quite a jokey person, I'm quite like energetic, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then now I've got like this absolute demon, and it's like I need to get into that headspace. You kind of sit there, and they're not really talking, they're sort of doing their thing, sticking bits on you and stuff like that. And I'm just sat there like playing sort of like heavy metal music into my head, is just to get into that mindset. And then seeing yourself, it's weird. Like, I've always wanted to work with prosthetics ever since like I watched it in 2017. I've always said as an actor, I want to be in prosthetics and just lose myself completely in the character, because it's fully immersed in, like you're completely gone. So I really, it was weird looking in the mirror, and then once you get used to it, it's really weird. Like, see, it's like a 12-hour shoot, and then they rip you out of it, and there's just this normal guy there. You're like, oh, that guy, like, I don't like that guy anymore. Like, I want to be this demonic tiger man now. And I was like, oh, not him. So yeah, I really got used to it. I was always like looking at selfies on my phone, like taking pictures and stuff, and thinking, like, wish I was always like this. Yeah.
That is great. I can't wait to see you in Waluigi prosthetics after that.
I know, yeah. Waluigi, Waluigi, yeah.
Alright, next question. Oh, yes, go ahead.
So you had a fine time with the prosthetics, it sounds like, but was anybody like claustrophobic? Because there's so many like latex horror stories from class
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else struggled with it. I didn't find it too bad, to be fair. Like, the hearing was the only thing. Like, in like conversations, not so much for the filming, because kind of you're in the zone and you're sort of just doing your thing and killing and stuff. But for like conversations on the set, that's what made it hard. Like at lunchtime, and you're just eating like your rice and chicken, and people talking to you, and I've like got no idea what they're saying. But yeah, the only claustrophobic thing was really the process of getting like the mould made of your face. So like a month before, I had to go up to Barnsley in England, and it was the same guys who do like Voldemort and Mad by Moody for Harry Potter. So I was just geeking out in their warehouse, and they were just then putting like paper mache sort of silicone on your head, and that was quite claustrophobic. So it's like a 45-minute process, and you're completely covered. There's 2 little nostril holes, and that's it. But you're sort of just meditating in there. I remember just being like, just stay calm, just deep breaths and stuff like that. That's the only time I was a bit claustrophobic. But with the prosthetics on, no, I just felt like it just helps so much with the character. Like when you look at your hands and you've got these claws and these stripy hands and stuff, and I loved it, to be honest, yeah.
I met them at the couple who did the prosthetics and a lot of the effects. I met them in London, obviously they were at the premiere, and I was picking their brain because it's so fascinating to me. And they were saying like, because of, I mean, they had much more money than the first one, but it was still only $400,000, which for a film is like nothing still, right? So they were really smart. They were telling me about how they planned out the shape of the head in order to get it on quick, because when you're working on low budget things, like time is money. So how do we get Lewis into Tigger in only 2 hours instead of 8 hours for Jim Carrey on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was just 4 bits. It's like a hood that goes over you, that covers like the whole back of your head, comes down to like here on your chest, and then there's like 3 other parts, like the forehead piece, a chin piece, and the mid part of your face. That's what's covered. So it's not too bad, and it's just quite cool, to be fair, because like there's all these different things go on in the last. It's the eye holes. I keep saying this, it feels like Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith when he's getting that mask coming like towards his face, and then now it's stuck on. Like right now it's ready to play.
And then they painted it, right? They painted
it, yeah. And they sort of did this really cool little machine that kind of has like fur like, scattered around your head. I didn't have fur. They have this little like, sprinkle fur on you, and sticks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a really cool process. Then the teeth go in, and yeah, then you're good to go.
And like you said, they did Voldemort, and like they worked on Harry Potter and Game of Thrones, and the Ice King guy, or you know whatever that
was. Yeah, they worked on that. Yeah, so I was just geeking out. When I went to their warehouse, they had like Mad Eye Moody's like thing on like a mannequin head and stuff like that, like a picture of Ralph Fiennes in the Voldemort costume, and I was just completely geeking out. Telling me stories about Red Skull from Captain America. Telling me stories about what he was like. What's his name? Hugo Weaving, is it? Yeah.
Hugo,
him and stuff. So I loved it, just working with those guys, and hearing their stories.
That is so fun. I love hearing about the prosthetics and the practical effects, because my favorite thing about horror is when you do stuff practically. The practical blood, the practical kills, the setups. It really, really does make a difference when you're watching a horror film and not everything's green screen, not everything's CGI, and you can tell the filmmakers took the time and went all out with this film, and just, the prosthetics are amazing, so incredible.
And some of those gore inserts, I remember the day after the premiere in Mexico City for Pooh 1, we all went, Vince, Scott, Reese, and I went to the theater to kind of like, I don't remember why we were there, but it was just the 4 of us there, and we were all sitting waiting to get into the theater to do, I think it was like another QC for the, whatever. It's not important, Andy. And we were all sitting around the day after the first one premiered. Reese and Scott and Vince were all chatting and saying, "Oh, I heard on Terrifier 2 that they got all the wide shots and the close-ups, but then they went into like a room so that they could spray blood everywhere and get the extreme close-ups of the gore, you know. So we should do that on Pooh 2. Like, let's plan our shoot days so we maximize time with the actors." And then we can bring in the fake head and not have to worry, you know, like what they did. They were planning already how they were gonna save time and do it better. Day 2 after the premiere of the first movie. So these guys, they work, I'm just delighted to work with them because they're always thinking and they're always planning.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right, next question, yes, go ahead.
The Pooniverse thing that's super cool to me. I'd love to see some of that. How did that, does any of you guys know how that started out?
No, I don't know. Do you know? It kind of came out of the blue for me, because I remember them talking about ideas for films and stuff when I was on set.
Yeah.
But then I think I just got a message from Scott, I think, and he was like, "We've got this idea cooking up." And I was like, it kind of came out of the blue. I don't know what started the idea. Do you know?
No, I mean, I know that I guess from the success of Pooh 1, I mean, that would be great if they were here to answer that question. But
I mean, it is tomorrow, so.
I think, I mean, they I don't know if they had it planned when they announced Bambi, but maybe they did. I don't know. That'd be a great question for them. I think they were planning a shared universe, but I think they came up with the idea of like an Avengers monster team up, which not too long ago, right? And before they announced it. But the term Pooniverse was originally something that we were all tweeting as a joke when Bambi was announced, and everyone was asking, what are you gonna call your cinematic universe? And we were all joking, like, we're gonna call it Pooniverse. But they changed it to be Twisted Childhood Universe, and I think that's really smart because it encapsulates more of what they're trying to do, not just Winnie the Pooh. But then Pooniverse is their Marvel mashup movie, which is just hysterical. Like Winnie the Pooh as Iron Man is a lot of fun to me. We gotta get the Pooniverse together. I don't know.
I think it was a quick process, the idea, and as soon as they kind of had it, maybe a month or so later, then announced. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone here has seen the poster, but it is incredible. There is Pooh riding on Bambi. It is such a great poster. Yes, go ahead.
Have you guys been to Disneyland since you've been involved in movies?
No, I've got a lot of Tigger stuff now in my house. She's bought me something like a Tigger massive stuffed toy, but I've not been to Disneyland yet. I think if I do, I'll buy a load of Tigger t-shirts and stuff like that.
No, I haven't been. I try to remind myself every day that this isn't a Disney property. You know, they don't own Sleeping Beauty, they don't own Bambi, they don't own Peter Pan. They made their billions off of public domain. So I think Reese and Scott are smart to do the same, right? Yeah.
Woo! And then I think we have another question over here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the actors, is there anything you filmed that you didn't see in there that you wish you did? And including the first movie, like anything cool that got left out?
I mean, I had a couple kills in there that didn't make it. I think it was 3 kills that didn't make it. I can't say. It's gonna be the DVD.
Wait, there's more kills in this movie.
There's more kills. Yeah, there's more kills. I don't know why they didn't make it. Maybe just for time and like the pace of the film. But yeah, I'd love to tell you what they are. But I think because Reason's got mentioned it, obviously in that preview video, I think it's going to be the DVD, so they can see it then.
When I was filming it, I actually filmed Cara had a scene where she actually gets a weapon and she actually goes to fight Pooh. And he comes around the corner and that's when he grabs her head. So she actually was going to fight back, but didn't make it.
What about on 1E1?
I'm just trying to think. I had a funny scene where, do you know where the main character Maria's like talking around the fire about like what's happened? That scene, my character's obviously a dick, and she's like dunking a biscuit in her tea, and she's like, Maria's like crying, and she's like, she drops the biscuit and she's trying to like fish it out, and everyone starts kicking off, but they cut it. That was like improvised. They cut it.
Wait, she's like crying, and you're like.
Yeah, and I'm like, and they're like,
biscuit.
yeah, but it was improvised. At the time, Reese was like, yeah, keep doing that. That was funny. But then obviously they wanted it to be a bit more serious.
I had a bit of music that I am heartbroken is missing from this movie, and it's on the soundtrack. So it's like if you hit play on the soundtrack, you'll hear it, but it's not in the film. And it was actually Reese's idea. There's that quote in the beginning, like sometimes you have to leave the forest to find your friends or something, which is an actual quote from the second book, which just in January became public domain. And when I was talking to Reese about that quote and whether he wanted music there, he was like, I just think I'm not going to try to do a British accent, but he was just like, I just think it's, no, I can't. He was like, I just think it's like so self-serious when movies start with a quote, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And so he said, can you translate into Latin the words deathly serious joke? And that was, if you listen to the soundtrack, it's mortus some iocus dominu, I don't remember what it is, but you listen on the soundtrack, and that was supposed to play under the quote, but I think they made a good choice to just make it be like silent, but I'm heartbroken it's not there, because I relish in the idea that we started the movie with the words like dead serious joke.
Yeah.
Andrew, speaking of the incredible score, where can people check it out if they're interested?
All the music streaming apps right now, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, wherever you listen to music online is where it's available now. We're probably going to do like a CD or something down the road for people who collect physical music. We did a vinyl last time. And, yeah. Thank you.
All right, we will take two more questions. So go ahead, start in the back.
Would we ever see this for Halloween Horror Nights as a maze?
Oh, that would be. None of us on stage can like answer that question definitively.
Yes.
But that would be so much
Wow,
fun.
yeah, what an idea, yeah.
I would be there.
So much fun, yeah.
You know what? I'd settle for Knott's Berry Farms. In fact, maybe they would do it better.
No, actually, I'd be Tigger in it.
You know, Disneyland does have a trick or treat, and I'm just saying they do. The Boogie Boogie Bash, we could fuck that up.
I think Halloween Horror Nights would probably be more likely to do it because they do kind of campy stuff. Knott's Berry's always kind of doing like their own. Don't ask me. I think it would be great, and I would be there day one, and all through every day. I would be there every day.
All right, and then we'll go ahead and take one more question. Yes, go ahead.
I have a question for the girls, because I know a horror actress whose mom like can't watch some of her stuff and she dies in them. So how do your parents or family or friends like can they watch her stuff? Can they watch this movie?
My mom is super religious. So yeah, she definitely won't be watching this. But I'm gonna forward her the clips anyway, just for that. But yeah, she was like super like, are you sure? But me and my sister watch horrors a lot together, so I feel like my sister kind of. My dad also was really on my side. He was like, it's just a job, and I was like, yeah. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing it, and I think she's happy for me now that she understands that I've had a lot of fun doing it. I'm passionate about it.
My mom doesn't care, to be fair. She actually, she pretty much enjoys it. My dad likes it as well. Everyone loves it, really.
Yeah.
My dad was more annoyed with this one, so I played like a really small part in this one, the girl with the black wig.
Wait a minute, a small part, you get your head sawed off with a hacksaw.
Yeah, well, I'm like 30 seconds in there.
Yeah, but it's a very memorable kill. Don't cut yourself. Don't cut yourself.
It's the don't cut my neck off for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, so my dad watched this one at the premiere, and he was more annoyed that my tits were out. So, yeah, no, they don't care about the kills, they're fine with it.
You know what's funny is my dad watched it and sent Andrew death threats. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
That's a good name, I think. But thank you everyone for coming out tonight on a Tuesday night and supporting indie horror, because it's going to be two hours.
Can I get a quick video again for everybody? What should we do? Should we yell No, actually, it's going to be a disaster, which is what I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then you guys are going to say, go see Pooh 2, all right? 1, 2, 3.
Go see Pooh 2!
Thank you guys so much for coming out. And we do have some exciting posters up here if you're interested. But I will say this, if you ask a question tonight, you can come up first and get a poster, and then we'll go ahead and hand out after that. And if you're interested in more conversations with everyone up on stage,
Nichaela, make sure you sign that.
I have interviews with every single person on this stage on my YouTube channel, 50 Shades of Tay. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.